My dad, his name is Gary Wiskige Amatyuk, and he is Prairie Band Potawatomi, originating from the Great Lakes of Michigan, relocated down to northeastern Kansas. We come from a chieftain family called the Chief Briët family, and he was actually affiliated with President Abraham Lincoln during the shaping of the United States. There is only 11 fluent speakers of our language left in the entire world today. And it's really hard because there's so many people who try to step in and they try to teach the language by writing it and documenting it down phonetically. But of course, when there's some people, it's like playing telephone. You whisper something into your neighbor's ear and then you pass it all the way down, and as it gets to the end, it's something completely different. And so that's a problem that we're running into today, trying to standardize it but pass it down. And I think the most powerful mode to do that is through culture, is through song and dance, and finding something that you're prideful in and to share that with others. Because the reality is that so many of our reservations are impoverished places. When you're in an impoverished place, the last thing that you're thinking about is culture, is tradition. You're thinking about surviving, you're thinking about having food to eat, you're thinking about security. There's so much violence, there is rape, sexual harassment, there is drug abuse, there is suicide, there is alcoholism. And the Native American actually has the highest rate of suicide for the demographic, for the average in all of the different races in America. And that's something I kind of find myself in the middle of, because I'm in the younger generation, but I'm kind of brought up in that traditional way. And so even now I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to find how can I do a service to this world? How can I preserve my people's culture? Will my people's culture disappear? And it's something that's heartbreaking in me, but also really inspiring, and it kind of fires me up because I have all you guys here, and what you guys do is you promote education with arts and self-expression, and having that venue of creativity really helps with bringing confidence into young children's minds and to opening up people's minds, and that's something that enabled me to find myself and to find my confidence. And I mean, if you took me 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I would not be able to stand here and talk to you. I would not. I was the most awkward child ever. But that's filmmaking. That's how I communicate with people now. So I'm really grateful.
Great job.
We live in a world fueled by technology and invention. We are shaped by what we learn, touch, and see. We start with dreams.
I want to be a pro volleyball player.
I was a fashion designer, doctor,
designing machines.
I want to be a teacher and a nurse.
That when given the proper tools, manifest themselves in the real world through skill building and creativity.
Robotics is a very interesting field because it combines engineering and programming, and both of those skills can be very useful in life because our society as a whole is moving towards a more technology-oriented world. Programming teaches you a lot about creativity, ingenuity, and problem solving. You have to be able to think outside the box in order to solve the problems that arise when you're programming something.
My name is Chris Johnson and I teach photography. I'm lucky enough to have a small amount of DSLR cameras for this class. We also have some limited software for our computers. We have a great studio that has great lighting. The students are able to create things that would not be possible with paper and pencil. So technology has really provided a great venue of creativity for our students at Sacriside.
From seeing at a microscopic level the cells and DNA that make up life itself, to seeing some of the greatest monuments that make up the world we live in at the click of a button, knowledge, ideas, and creations of all languages are able to be instantly shared in this vast interconnected web of information we like to call the internet. So maybe one day we could create something just as revolutionary, but through this new eye we also see poverty, corruption, and struggle. Wounds in which we must mend as global citizens of this world. Technology does not only shape the way we see this world, it shapes the way we see people. We see the beauty that exists in everyone, equally. Let the classroom be our drawing board, and social media our stage. Ask your school how they will use technology to lead education into the future. My name is Kayla Briët, and this is our time to become the thinkers, builders, and creators of our generation. We are the 21st century. And as always, stay curious.
You can dream the world.